Hi beauties! I wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience with tarot. Back in 2013, I was teaching yoga at a little studio in Brooklyn, and after class one day I went into a shop and saw a business card for a tarot reader. I booked a reading immediately following my own internal guidance, and what happened next was life-changing. As soon as she laid the cards out on the table, I felt really drawn to them. And I couldn't explain why. I didn't know really what they meant, but I felt an inner call, kind of an inkling, almost like a remembrance. And I went out and bought my own deck and I started playing with it and reading and pulling cards for myself. And it was difficult to learn. There's a lot of cards, there's a lot of meanings, there's a lot of ways to kind of discover the tarot. But after a few months, I signed up for a 6-month course, and throughout those 6 months, I really dove deep into the tarot, and what it did for me was create like a sacred container for which I could really explore these archetypes. And the thing about tarot is it uses ancient symbolism. And even if we can't look at a card and look at a symbol and immediately understand it, I do believe that there's a part of us, if we're open to it, that remembers, that recognizes these symbols, that believes that we have seen them before. And that's why reading tarot from an intuitive place can feel really like a flow and effortless when we give ourselves permission to really dive in. And at that time, I also just completed a Reiki level 2, and I was starting to see a lot of symbols out there and the power of symbols. And that's why I love the tarot so much, because it uses these symbols in order to help us interpret and understand different beliefs, different ideas, different archetypes that we can embody just to help us find clarity on our path. And whether or not you really want to become a professional reader, or you just want to use tarot on your own personal journey as a tool for healing and for clarity, I think it's a really, really powerful tool. And I've been reading professionally now for 6 or 7 years, so I really dove right in. And I think that we can all really do this. We can all access this deep wisdom, as well as use courses and books and things like this to help us explore the traditional meanings and archetypes, and to really help us remember. And that's why I created the Sacred Wheel for you. It's like a foundation, it's like a framework of a house, and you can kind of go in and fill it with all of your experiences and your intuition and your creativity. And so the 8-week program is how I created the Sacred Wheel, and now I'm offering it to you guys as a digital download. So basically you can explore all of these concepts at your own pace. And I cover everything. I cover every single card in the deck. I talk about the archetypes. I talk about elemental wisdom, and I do it through my unique lens. I have a background in yoga, and so I'm heavily influenced by the chakra system, and I give you all of that wisdom, as well as elemental wisdom that I've learned through Reiki, understanding masculine and feminine energy, and just giving you my perspective on the meanings of the cards, the many, many meanings and the ways that we can interpret it, but really also guiding you to your own intuitive wisdom, so you can learn how to really throw out your guidebook and just read from a place of complete intuition. So I hope that you guys can join me for the Sacred Wheel. It's available for purchase now.